I'm here in downtown Sydney, Australia, but I could be in downtown Chicago or downtown Minneapolis or any other American city, judging by the number of American movies playing at the local theater, not to mention the McDonald's next door.
Yes, Australians go to see most of the same movies we do. And while the Australian film industry has made a major impact around the world in recent years, its success at home is not automatic. That's what I learned from the head of Australia's oldest and largest theater chain.
They have been influenced over the last 40 or 50 years very strongly by the US dominance of film in this country. And I think Australians fundamentally want value for money. And no longer will they come and see something just because it is Australian. They'll come because it is good value.
Making distinctly Australian movies, movies that have Australian appeal, but also appeal to moviegoers around the world, that's the trick.
I think that the way to go is to make the sorts of films that we want to make, and if they're good films, they will find their market around the world. And obviously the biggest and best example of that in terms of box office is Crocodile Dundee.
G'day.
Another film that seems headed for international success is Traveling North, which has been described by some as an Australian version of On Golden Pond.
And is this second marriage?
What makes you think that?
Oh, well, you seem to be too happy for it to be your first.
Another universal and delightful film is Malcolm, which won critical raves when it appeared here last year, but never found the audience it deserved. Perhaps that'll be remedied on home video. Malcolm is a quirky and utterly charming film about a slow-witted fellow with a genius for creating incredible inventions. It marked the directing debut for actress Nadia Tass, whose husband David Parker wrote the script and fashioned those wonderful gizmos. It also served as a showcase for one of Australia's best actors, Colin Friels.
Those inventions as fun in person as they seem on the screen?
Oh, more fun in person because they're more idiosyncratic in person.
Is that a kind way of saying they don't always work?
They don't always work. That's right.
A fine film about to make its debut in Australia is The Year My Voice Broke, a sensitive coming-of-age movie written and directed by John Digan and produced by George Miller, the same George Miller who directed the Mad Max movies and, in America, The Witches of Eastwick.
The film The Year My Voice Broke that John Digan just directed, which was kind of the antithesis of Witches of Eastwick, very low budget, a tremendous amount of heart in the film, and I think a wonderful film. Every time I see it, I cry.
So Australia continues to produce a variety of films, large and small, that vary in their appeal, both domestic and international. And Australian filmmakers continue to make themselves known on the international scene in ways that break down boundary lines and make a lot of Australians feel very good indeed. Leonard Maltin, Entertainment This Week.